Hello, I'm Jan, and welcome to Myers, a horrible place in which I've never tried to commit any crimes against the delegate whatsoever, nor have I tried to, or gotten close to. I actually died of a heart attack. But hey, I did manage to get mugged, so that's something. God, this is... Of course, yours truly almost killed the man before passing out thanks to an unfortunate nightstick hitting me in the head. But hey, it's actually a lot easier if you just don't commit any crime and instead work as a tailor. Look at these silkworms, I gotta feed them. Hey, I can also harvest some silk that I can shove into this machine to make some silk rolls that I can in turn shove into this one to make a pretty stylish hat. Okay, I'll be honest, it wasn't great. But before doing this, I made the mistake of becoming a dissident and, well...
It's understandable.
An auditor walked in.
Yeah.
Have any of you seen Auto S? Standard check.
You should go buy Black Sea Cola, though. Otto.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't.
I will report to the information area if I see him.
All right then.
After the close call with that auditor, I of course did get my ass beaten by a different one that did manage to get a scan off of me. But hey, that was actually great. So I became a technician and finally, I found peace. The Reverend was hosting rallies thanks to the delegate and had enough money to buy some fish sticks. How nice. I enjoyed every single bite. Those were great. I also started getting into fishing, got myself a nice hat. I started selling weapons legally to the auditors. Sold a blaster for 60. Honestly, didn't know why I even got 2 of them for free. Apart from that, I browsed through the catalog trying to get some new clothes, which were rather lackluster, before I finally managed to escape off of Myers, this horrible island. I no longer had to live there. So let's tell you the story of another one of my runs. This time I became an auditor, one that didn't mind being alone. In other words, sort of sociopath. I would go on to absolutely love this role, starting off by scanning the first junkie I saw. As a matter of fact, they turned out to be a horrible dissident that got executed instantly. I told my auditor friend to keep an eye on them, just in case, as I wouldn't manage to get there exactly in time. Took some few seconds, but I did manage to take that horrible dissident out. Now, unexpectedly, a guy fell from the sky, but apart from that, my friend started getting assaulted. That was rather dumb, he had a gun, but then another person jumped in. I tried to help and accidentally hit my another auditor friend, but the person stood no chance against someone with a gun. I then managed to just get a slight upgrade from my nightstick, buying a warrant, a rather strong shotgun. This shotgun I would use a few times rather sparingly, primarily to get rid of people who just didn't look at me right, and that were also criminals. I couldn't use it on innocents, sadly, but this was the biggest mistake I actually made as a person, a criminal. I had a weapon right in front of me. After I got my warrant, I went to the delegate's office and lo and behold, that same person tried to take his life. Died instantly, thankfully. I eventually caught the same technician selling more illegal weapons and told the delegate about it. It came at a rather unfortunate time as we were purchasing body bags. We were actually out and had quite a lot of corpses. But apart from that, nothing too major occurred. When me and the delegate went to the technician, we just executed the dissident instantly. Didn't give him a chance to explain himself. And well, after a bit of a scolding that I gave to the technician, and just a single threat to keep him in place, I left the area and started threatening other people using my power effectively. This person called Madison tried to skip in line, try to get money early, and caused a few people to get caught for wire fraud. I had to threaten him with an ice pick, since apparently a single hit with a nightstick was not enough. But somehow, my threats were not enough to convince everyone, and Elba, the technician, was trying to sell illegal weapons again. I, of course, told the delegate, and they had tried to kill him instantly. I tried to take my gun out, but I fumbled. The delegate was in danger, but he was just stronger. Eventually, the delegate retired and gave us a nice bonus. So, we started gambling, trying to see what weapons we could get. We found an operator, a horribly expensive weapon that we could only assume to be an assault rifle, though we'd never be able to know. And well, of course, it's finally time for me to leave Myers. Oh, Chip's finally here. God. I've waited long enough to retire.
Man, I don't feel so well. Hello?
I'll miss this place. Goodbye, Myers.